In an unassuming corner of Ohio, there is a special spot less than a half hour away from Toledo. It's a place that the Nature Conservancy has called one of the world's last great places on Earth. With lush forests, stunning wildflowers, mysterious swamps, and open meadows, this plot of land contains wonders you might not expect in humble little Ohio. On a mid-May afternoon, I was headed north with plans to explore this unique ecological oasis. There are no towering mountains or chasmal valleys here, but the wonder of this place lies in its ecological uniqueness and fantastic biodiversity. And the best part is, you can backpack through this little Ohio gem, Oak Openings Metro Park. But I wouldn't be alone on this adventure. Joining me would be the one and only Dan Volkins. We got our gear ready, then headed to a nearby kiosk to take a look at the map and review our plans. From the Mallard Lake parking lot, we would head west, camping a night at the Springbrook Campground. The next day, we'd loop around southeast, making our way to the White Oak Campground, before making our way back to the trailhead. So this is Dan. He's been a longtime viewer, longtime fan and friend. How long has it been since you've been out, like actually backpacking?
Actually backpacking, this is the first time this year.
Okay.
It's been too long, man.
So this is much needed.
Yeah, much needed break and away from the real world.
From the trailhead and visitor center, we approached Mallard Lake. In this pleasant area, I spotted a few plants. Okay, so right along the shore here, we've got some grapevine, and right now these are at the perfect tenderness where you could just eat the leaves or the little tendrils at the end. And later on in the summer, they'll grow grapes, obviously, which you can also eat, but how sour or sweet they are kind of depends. And then here we've got a mulberry just growing along the shore, and you can tell it's mulberry because these leaves have these like deep lobes. Down where I am, there's one mulberry tree that's already ripening, but usually the berries come out and ripen around June, at least where I am. But we're a little further north, so it might be a little bit delayed. So one cool thing is, in this little gully, there are a bunch of skunk cabbages, and these are something that come out pretty early in March in the springtime, but they're called skunk cabbage because they smell pretty bad if you kind of take the leaf and smell it. But then all through here we've got other wildflowers like May apples, sweet Cicely, and false Solomon seal. It almost feels like we're maybe a couple weeks behind in the season just because we're further north in latitude.
Oh yeah.
You can smell it?
It's very much like that standard kind of skunk coffee weird smell, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, when you really rub it, you can smell that like skunky smell.
Yeah.
Around the edge of the lake were Canada geese and their goslings. We now followed the path to a much more rustic forest trail. Now it felt like the backpacking trip was really beginning. In the woods, we saw cinnamon ferns and their spore-producing fertile fronds, as well as many more skunk cabbages. Yeah, I feel like I usually don't see that much skunk cabbage growing anywhere.
It's covering that whole area.
Yeah. Have you seen it before?
I think that's the first time I've actually seen skunk cabbage.
In Columbus, I've only seen it in like very specific areas in certain parks, but I think they tend to like water. The path now came to the first of many street crossings.
Take the road instead?
I don't think we've earned that yet.
No, we have not.
I will say this is probably one of the most pleasant days we could have asked for.
Yeah, hopefully the whole weekend will be this way.
Yeah.
What was the chance? Saturday, our last day?
Yeah. I think we'll be out before then.
I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. We continued back to the trail, and I spotted some wildflowers. Right, so this flower is called golden groundwort, Pacera aurea, and it tends to grow in sandy soils. This park has a lot of biomes, including like sand dunes and grasslands, and you can even tell in this forest that a lot of the soil is sandy. But we're just seeing so much of these yellow flowers growing everywhere, as well as these sweet Cicely's.
Oh, this is a trillium, right?
Yeah, you know, in Columbus, these are completely done flowering, but they're still out here.
This might be the first time I've seen one.
Oh, really?
At least I'm paying attention now, so now I see that.
I'm forcing you to pay attention because we're stopping every 2 seconds. We came to a small gully in the forest where we saw more sprawling patches of skunk cabbage and unfurling cinnamon fern fronds. And Dan spotted something on a distant tree.
Is that a chaga? What is it? Chagas?
Chaga.
Chaga.
Yeah. Yeah, I would never have seen that. It just looks like a burnt lump.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this transition.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, this is a picturesque area. Like, look at that. It's just filled with ferns. This picturesque landscape was one of the park's iconic oak openings, an oak savanna ecosystem where oak trees grow from the sandy soil and delicate ferns and plants cover the forest floor. I often feel like a broken record player when I'm in places like this, but this is just stunningly beautiful. Like, I cannot believe... This is also kind of a landscape you don't usually see in the wilderness, I feel like. No. Where there's these trees kind of dispersed, but there's a big opening in between them. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of curious what this looks like in the summertime. Like, if it feels a little more overgrown, or if the ferns kind of just stay like this. So this park has like a million trails that just all kind of intersect. I think we technically went on the wrong trail based on where we were trying to go, but it's all leading to the same place, so this will still get us to our campsite. I think right now we're on the Ferns and Lakes Trail, but there's also sand dunes nearby, so...
It's getting sandier here in the shape of this land. It's got to be underneath all this brush, right? It's probably just a bit duney already.
You can see the hills and stuff.
Yeah.
As we hiked on, we heard the sounds of songbirds overhead. I've probably talked about it on an episode before, but the song of the tufted titmouse is like one of my favorites. It's just very nostalgic to me. Every time it makes me think of the start of spring, or just like a nice, bright, sunny morning. From the bright and sunny openings, the trail now led us to a shadier, more forested area. Here, we saw some interesting plants growing. So down here we've got some wild sarsaparilla, not to be confused with actual sarsaparilla, which has been used for root beer. This has been used as a replacement for that flavor in the past, but I've actually never seen it flower. Over here, you can see there's a little clump of flowers just sprouting up. Not something I usually see out in the woods. We continued through the forest. Stretches of grass carpeted the forest floor, and we noticed some young saplings sprouting up among the understory. So all throughout here, there's just a bunch of sassafras growing, just little saplings, and their leaves are just kind of like popping in the light. Super beautiful. But sassafras is another plant that you can kind of make tea with, or you can make an herbal drink, and it has that sort of herbal, Fruit Loopy flavor. But you can also tell that it's sassafras because a lot of the leaves have this dinosaur footprint shape to them. Not all of them will, but that's one of the main giveaways. We approached a junction, and the path led us across a wooden boardwalk. Here, some fox sedges were growing nearby. We continued hiking and came to a ridge at the edge of the forest. These trees are all knobbly looking.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think I see a picnic table up on that hill. Oh, yeah. Or a bench.
Sounds like a good break spot.
Yeah, you want to do that? Yeah, let's do a break. How many miles have we hiked?
Probably 1.5. Oh, wow. It's a beautiful look at.
Wow.
Interesting.
Wow, it's actually, super sandy here. We can each have a bench. There's one that way. Wow, this is beautiful. I actually brought some of these crispy yellow croaker fish.
Nice.
And the whole time I was packing my bag yesterday, I just smelled this super strong fish smell coming from my backpack.
And there was one down.
And I think it's this, but I was also like, did I leave something in there for my last
there's
trip?
one sitting down.
Yeah.
I've got some mango and dates with the pits in them. Let's get those first.
Oh, like the Majul dates?
Yeah.
Those things are so good. Yeah.
That's the heaviest stuff.
Yeah, you gotta eat the heaviest snacks first. Do you like fish?
Is it dried? I do.
It is dried, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of just, even for me, it's kind of okay. It's like, not as tasty as I thought it would be, but.
Right, with the smell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not bad.
No, it's not bad at
It's
all.
actually good. It's not as flavorful as you
Exactly,
would expect
yeah.
it to
There's like not much seasoning.
be.
It's just like a crispy fried fish.
It's vaguely potato chip-esque,
Yeah, it is potato chippy.
right?
Yeah, we had a late start today. We started at 4:30, but our trail was only 2-point-something miles today, so
We're halfway there.
yeah, we've been taking our time too.
We have
And-
plenty of light.
Yeah.
Because I haven't backpacked so much yet, you know, I'm still not used to knowing how fast I'm gonna actually move, you know. So I worry I probably rush myself too much when I'm solo backpacking.
Well, you're hiking with me now, so we're going at a snail's pace.
Like I said, we're aiding and abetting each other.
Right.
Oh, that's a cool shot. Oh, what's this over here?
Just every single plant. We enjoyed the peaceful view and perfect afternoon weather before grabbing our bags and heading out.
We're gonna be roading it up.
The trail now led us to a flat, sandy area, which had an open plot that seemed especially welcoming. Wow, this would be a pretty luxurious campsite if you were allowed to camp here. And nearby, Dan saw a colorful wildflower. Oh, whoa. Yeah. All right, so this plant that Dan spotted is wild blue lupine. It tends to grow in these open sandy areas just like this. And it's in the pea family. One of the key characteristics are the leaves. They have these palmate leaves that are just really beautiful. And then the stalks of the little flowers are this really, really stunning purplish blue color. But these are actually rare in this specific part of the country in Northeast Ohio. Usually you don't see these growing in this region. So really cool to see. We wandered through an impressive stretch of lupines, and the trail eventually led us to a road. From here, we would follow the road for a little bit. Alright, so later we're going to be going down this bike trail here, but for now we're going to walk a little past it so we can go onto another hiking trail. There should be a really cool spot just up here. We eventually found the horse trail we'd be going on, along with signs of horses that had passed by.
Thomas, our resident scatologist, what is this?
Right at the entrance of the horse trail was a 4-acre stretch of pine forest. We headed inside to investigate.
That smell just hits you. That pine, oh, that's such a core memory for me.
Yeah, so nostalgic.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is, I think the locals affectionately call this place the Spot. And it's just like, I mean, it's obvious why people love this because there's just all these rows of planted pines. But these apparently are non-native red pines. So ecologically, it's not the best thing.
That's what I was gonna say. Is this spot natural or
Right.
was it planted?
Yeah, it was
and they're trying to contain it.
I think it was planted to control erosion. And I've heard they're trying to rehabilitate this area. So in the future, there might not be this spot, but it is undeniably beautiful. After enjoying the spot for a while, it was time to head back to the trail.
The camp is that way generally, and the bicycle trail is somewhere right over there, I think.
Yeah. You can actually see some horse tracks in the sand here pretty clearly. The trail now bent around what Dan noticed was a stand of different pine trees.
So interesting. These have got to be the natural area, right? These are white pines.
Yeah, I
Versus
think
that patch we were looking at before were all red.
Red pine, yeah.
Red pine?
Yeah. Yeah, and you can kind of tell that the pine needles are kind of this softer, like they're not stiff. And I think that's one of the characteristics of these white pines in particular. All right, so here's another junction where we're just connecting back to the paved bike trail, and we're gonna take that to our campsite. So right now we're here, and just for fun, we're gonna kind of come back down to this paved trail and follow that back to the campsite there. The paved bike trail was another interesting change of pace, in what felt like a hike chock full of different scenery. We've only hiked 2 miles and we've already seen so much. Like sand dunes, forests.
Yeah, so many different variety of things.
Yeah.
Hopefully tomorrow will not be completely generic forest.
I have no idea what, like, I kind of knew today would have a lot of variety. No idea what tomorrow will be like, but it'd be funny if it was just all the same. But Oak Openings is kind of known for having a bunch of different biomes that kind of meet together. And it's like a biodiversity hotspot in Ohio, which is pretty cool.
We continued our relaxing saunter down the bike path. Here and there, we would see a ravine just off the trail filled with skunk cabbages. Eventually, the trail led us to a wooden bridge spanning across a peaceful river. We noticed a scent filling the air as we enjoyed the view.
Yeah, there's just a sweet fragrance in the air, and it's definitely coming from that bush with all the white flowers. I can't really tell what it is from here, but I know there was a bush outside my apartment called Korean spice viburnum, and it had very similarly fragrant flowers. And there's a lot of plants that have that sort of fragrance to them. Really great smell.
We now continued hiking, enjoying the songs of wood thrushes as we made our way towards tonight's campsite.
All right, so there's another junction up ahead, and that should lead us to our campsite.
As we got off the bike path and back onto the hiking trail, we heard the distinct calls of another songbird in the canopy above.
Okay, so that really pronounced bird we were hearing apparently is a veery, but right now it's actually close to the biggest week in birding because early May is when like all the migration stuff happens. So that's why we're hearing a lot of birds we aren't usually too familiar with. All right, shall we go?
Let's go. Almost there.
Give us a sit on this little stump here.
Perfect. We're just gonna camp right here.
What's the comfort rating?
At this point in the hike, when we've done 2.5 miles, still A+.
This almost looks like a wild toilet or something. If you just carved a hole into it.
I assume this is rope up their horses, and use this to step on them. Or...
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. There's a neighborhood in Columbus called German Village, and it's like a historic neighborhood. But every so often on the sidewalks, you'll see these big stones, and those were specifically to step on to get onto your horse. Cool. So yeah, I think you're right. I think this is exactly what that is. Huh. Still, there's just so much variety. We're now in this beautiful meadow, and it's just like 0.2 miles from the other environments we were in earlier.
In the meadow, we spotted a horsetail plant, along with some other flora.
Okay, so down here, we've got more of these blue pines growing, and then we've also got some wild strawberry growing. One way to identify strawberry is they've got sort of these 3 serrated leaves going on. But there's also mock strawberries that have yellow flowers, and those can be kind of like not very tasty. They kind of taste like dust. But I bet if we came back in a couple months, you'd find some nice little sweet strawberries growing here.
And just ahead were even more plants.
Okay, so down here we've got something also related to strawberries and the rose family. Some sort of brambleberry, probably blackberry or raspberry, and you can see some of the flowers growing up. And then there's also these shrubs, and if you look at the leaves, the underside of them has a silvery metallic look to it. But this is called autumn olive. In the fall, these flowers will turn into berries. Once they're kind of like shriveled up and raisiny, that's the best time to eat them. So apparently this is a horse rider's rest area, and there's just fences everywhere, and it's nice and open and grassy and beautiful looking. This kind of reminds me of the Harper's Ferry trip we did on the Appalachian Trail when we came to those like historic parts. Nice little picnic area, and then another place to mount your horse.
From this horse riders area, we saw a path leading to the Springbrook campground, where we would be staying for the night.
I think we're campsite 4.
4 for tonight, right?
Yeah. These are nice looking campsites.
We got a hammock next time.
I was debating bringing my tarp, but I didn't know if the campsites would be like wooded enough or...
Right.
Yeah. But it looks like I could have brought it.
Out of order.
Oh, shoot.
Locker's out of order.
Well, no fire tonight, I guess.
Yeah.
But we'll have one tomorrow.
Yeah.
We can grill the surprise I brought tomorrow.
Yeah, there we go.
The fire locker was electronically operated, which would have been convenient if it were working.
Oh man, we're right next to the water, it looks like.
Yeah.
So 4 is right over here. Tons of nice open space.
Potable water.
Maybe that's... Oh, there we go, there we go.
That takes a while.
Yeah,
At least we have some.
nice. All right, should we set up?
Let's do it. We have arrived. Hang up.
All right, it is time to transform into campsite mode. Convert these to shorts and put the flip-flops on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but whenever I'm like inside, I don't like having socks on, so.
Once we were both in flip-flop mode, we started setting up camp. After setting up our tents, we got our sleeping gear ready, and Dan had a device to automatically inflate his sleeping mat.
So this little guy, which is an amazing luxury to have, you definitely don't need them, but they come with multiple types of adapters for the different sleeping pad types.
How is it?
Perfect. Oh, it's gonna be a good night.
It was so nice out, and we wanted to keep our rain flies open on our tents while we got settled into camp.
So apparently when you tie this door up, the door just kind of hangs over the rest of the tent. So I'm gonna try something. I'm just gonna peel this door all the way here and then hook it onto the opposite door's little toggle. And now it's nice and open.
Hello there.
That's Obi-Wan, you're supposed to be Qui-Gon Jinn.
Actually, yeah.
Now it was time for dinner, so Dan got out his food bag and stuck some handy 3D printed stand legs onto his gas canister. We got some water boiling, and while we waited, I had a few appetizers to enjoy.
All right, for a little appetizer while we wait for the water to boil, I brought these fried rice cakes. I think these are a Vietnamese snack. I just saw them at the Asian store. They looked really good to me. Pop this open. And it's got some like spices in there too.
I was gonna say that's a whole red chili.
Cheers.
A little spicy.
Sweet and savory a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little spicy.
It was good.
Kind of tastes like coffee grounds too, though, in a way. Are you getting that, or is that just me?
The texture a little bit. Really good.
Yeah. So what'd you bring?
Wild boar bacon, bean stew. So it looked like it was white beans, like pinto or something.
Oh, I brought some classic cup noodle type stuff. These ones are beef flavored, but I might try putting some of these little crispy things and some of those
that's
fish
great.
in there.
Yeah.
When I was in Hong Kong, they served noodles with fried crispy fish skin. And when you put it in the broth, it would crackle. It was so
Oh.
good. I'm gonna try to somewhat replicate that.
Yeah.
With the hot water ready, we rehydrated our meals and then chatted about the park while we waited some more.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like nobody here.
It's like we're backpacking even though we're just car camping.
Yeah.
It's completely empty.
It's actually really nice. Like,
Very nice, yeah.
if it weren't for the distant car sounds, I would not remember that we were
yeah.
near Toledo. I'm kind of curious what tomorrow will be like, because I could see lots of
Yeah.
people being here because it's a metro park, like camping specifically.
And it's gorgeous weather.
Yeah.
Although the weekend doesn't look great, but
True.
what is it tomorrow? About 5? We have to hold each other accountable?
Yeah. It's like 5 or 6 miles. It's actually a normal amount of hiking tomorrow.
Right.
But we're also not starting at 4 p.m.
That's
so,
true, actually. Yeah. We're not starting in the evening already, so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't you know?
I'm gonna throw
Yeah, there you
some
go.
of these fishes in there, some of these guys in there. All right, shall we?
We shall. Big dink.
Dink. Oh, that's good.
We didn't really earn this,
No.
but it's still really good.
Yeah. We drove. That's
true.
part of the journey.
I drew 3 hours.
Yeah.
You drew.
That's kind of grueling.
I don't want to keep talking about the weather, but it was too perfect.
We enjoyed our dinner amid the company of raccoons before packing up and getting ready for bed.
Good first day.
All right, good night.
Good night.
The next day, we awoke to a symphony of bright bird songs on an otherwise still morning. The air was fairly brisk as we got ready to brew some coffee and chat about our first night out.
So how'd you sleep?
I think it was all right. I woke up a lot, but it's more just comfort more than, like cold or anything like that.
Yeah.
So I had to just keep like rotisserie.
I kept switching from side to side. I'm usually a back sleeper,
Yeah.
but my knees kept getting cold on my back, so I was just sleeping from one side to the other. I packed my summer bag, and then at 5 a.m. I think it got down to like 40 something.
Yeah.
At some point I was like, okay, I gotta do it. So I unzipped my bag, put on my long sleeve shirt and long sleeve pants, and then I also like went out to go pee. Once I got back in my tent and warmed up a little, it was fine. But
Okay, good.
yeah, but it got pretty cold. It's
Hitting
like
the 30s maybe.
the middle of May right now.
Right.
And it
so,
felt almost like winter camping.
Yeah. Tonight should be much, much better.
Yeah.
It's already warmed up a lot.
Yeah.
We got some water brewing for coffee, and Dan had a breakfast surprise in store for us.
So we got
Instant non-fat
dry milk, which goes with yes.
These are corn pops.
Right. So we got
Oh man, Apple Jacks.
I think that's Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes.
You know exactly what we like on Adventure Archives.
That's like Chad on, Chad off. About half and half each of us.
Because I had only brought ramen this trip, I had left my spoon at home.
Cereal and chopsticks. If these were, mini wheats, you could eat with chopsticks pretty
Oh. Powdered milk's not bad.
easily. Not at all. The water was cold too, so the milk is cold. Wow, that's really good. I can poke the Fruit Loops onto each chopstick.
After that, we had some strong Vietnamese coffee to brew up.
I actually have a little treat for us to enjoy with this coffee.
Ooh,
I think this is matcha and fig flavored Oreos.
interesting.
Oh yeah, they're Oreo thins.
Awesome. Oh, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's like got that matcha flavor, but then there's a bit of fruitiness to it.
Yeah, it was
But
good.
it works, yeah. Oh, this coffee is really good too.
It was fairly good.
We packed up our gear and then broke camp, and then I filled some water at the nearby water pump. While I was doing that, we spotted a red-headed woodpecker. It was my first time seeing this bird, as it can be fairly elusive compared to other woodpeckers. And unlike other woodpeckers, the red-headed woodpecker regularly hunts for insects in the air, in addition to feeding on nuts and seeds. Unfortunately, their populations have declined significantly in the past several decades due to habitat loss. Feeling invigorated from crossing a new bird off our life list, and from the Vietnamese coffee coursing through our veins, we set off for the day's hike, first making our way through the campground.
Well, that was a great campsite.
It's wonderful.
Now we're gonna follow this gravel road out to the bike path, and then we'll be on an actual hiking trail.
We now followed the gravel road to a couple of trails leading into the woods.
So there's literally two paths that are parallel to each other. This one's a little close to this little pond here, so we're gonna take this way.
As we walked along the pond's edge, we noticed it was covered in a green film, which we thought might be duckweed. We also noticed some impressive dryad saddle, an edible mushroom, sprouting from a log.
So growing along this lake, there's a bunch of plants. Some are native, some are invasive. The invasive one is Japanese barberry, and it's got these thorny branches. Sometimes it has little red berries growing on it. But there's also lots of spice bush growing around here, which is a native plant that has a fragrant smell. And there were also some wild violets and chickweeds.
We continued hiking along the shore of the pond. As we wandered further into the forest, I noticed a familiar tree.
Here we've got a dead elm tree. You can see all the bark peeling off. Sheets of it have fallen off onto the ground. But these are usually good spots to look for morel mushrooms. If it were maybe earlier in March, you might be able to find some morels growing around here. Although I've had terrible luck with that.
Up ahead, we approached a paved trail, which was part of a 64-mile-long rail trail called the Wabash Cannonball Trail.
So now we're going right here. And I believe this is now part of the trail that a lot of backpackers hike on. Oh, this is also part of the North Country Trail. Me and Robby were just hiking at Archer's Fork, and we were also on the North Country Trail for part of that too. It's 4,800 miles, and I'm pretty sure only 5 people have actually through hiked it or something like that.
We're right here. We're gonna be following this until we get home for the night.
Yep.
We headed down the path, which in addition to being part of the North Country Trail, was also part of the Buckeye Trail. Along the trail, we noticed the remnants of a paper wasp nest and some familiar shrubs.
So all through this area, we've got a bunch of blueberry bushes growing, and some of them even have some of the flowers starting to come out. And in June or July, that's when you'll actually see the fruits and be able to eat them.
The forest felt bright and welcoming. Maple trees towered overhead, and cinnamon ferns lined the floor all around. We also saw some flowering raspberry canes. Deeper into the woods, we came to a peculiar area with flowers you wouldn't usually find in the wilderness here.
All right, so growing down here, we've got some lily of the valley. They've got these really beautiful, delicate white flowers that kind of look like little bells. If you didn't know any better, you might mistake this for ramps, but one of the ways to tell the difference is that it's growing up on a stalk, the leaves are a little bit waxier, and also there's no onion smell. But it's really important to tell the difference because ramps are edible and these are deadly poisonous. I'm kind of wondering if these lily of the valleys were planted at some point because there's these concrete blocks with rebar coming out of it. But there's also Canada mayflower growing nearby, and that is actually native. And I think I see a couple that are flowering down here.
And nearby, there were also more May apples, which were in full bloom. In addition to that, we also found an edible plant.
So we've got some invasive garlic mustard here. Well, let's dig in.
Right?
Cheers. Make sure there's some spiders on this one. So
I was gonna say, yeah.
I'm gonna pick around that.
We're both not making it out alive.
Really bitter, but I like the flavor a lot.
Yeah, it's very herbal. It's got that like naturey, lettucey kind of taste, but then there's a bitterness and a bit of spice. I feel like I'd want to have like a good bundle of it, and then you get all that flavor.
It's always good to pick this plant, as it crowds out native wildflowers and even inhibits fungi that would otherwise infect and reduce deer tick populations. We entered a piney section of the forest, where we saw a jack-in-the-pulpit flower, and up ahead were more murky, swampy pools filled with skunk cabbage. The path now intersected with the road, where we saw an old sign demarcating an area that had had a controlled burn.
It looks like the trail's right there, right?
Right there, I
yeah.
believe, yeah.
Funny, it seems like there's a trail that just runs along with these roads too. But I think this is the actual trail in here.
Then, yeah.
The trail ran parallel to the road, and we noticed some charred stumps and logs here and there.
So we saw that sign back there that said prescribed burn, but so it must have been they blocked it off over there originally when this was going on, but you can see the evidence of it all through here.
It seemed like one side of the trail was still recovering from the controlled burn, while the other side was flourishing with spring growths like these trilliums. We crossed over a small bridge and entered another oak opening.
That wind is beautiful.
It's obviously cleared, I would assume, right?
Looks like it to me.
It seemed this area had been part of a controlled burn as well, and soon we detected more evidence to suggest that was the case.
You can smell the charred wood right here. Actually smells good.
It smells like a barbecue.
Yeah, it does actually.
Wow, that actually smells like it was fresh or something. Like they just burned it.
You know, you would think if it was a long time ago, we wouldn't be smelling it anymore, so.
Huh.
The burnt forest felt a bit spooky, accentuated by these old tent caterpillar nests. But the truth was, the controlled burns were beneficial, as they helped renew the savanna landscape, control invasives, and encourage oak tree growth. We entered a more lush section of the forest and came across a trail intersection.
I think we keep going forward, it looks like.
I believe so.
You can tell this is much less traveled than these other trails.
Yeah.
Golden ragwort flowers bloomed by the path, and delicate-looking American royal ferns grew alongside jewel weeds that were just sprouting from the soil. With the park's many interwoven trails, there were some areas where we passed by multiple trail intersections, all within a short distance of each other. For now, we continued following the North Country Trail.
Another open, cleared area.
Yeah.
Here's the road.
It's old desolate roads.
Yeah. Another pine forest too.
Oh, yes.
Alright, there's a nice little pine forest here, so I think we're gonna take a little snack break. We've been kind of hiking a good amount, kind of non-stop hiking today, so I think we deserve it this time.
We found a good sitting log, and Dan had some Japanese candies for us to try.
Apple, watermelon, grape, and orange soda.
So you've got apple orange, I've got grape watermelon. Cheers. Ooh, that grape is good.
Orange candy for me can go one way or the other.
How's this
I like
one?
it. This is good, yeah. Very good.
The grape almost tastes like a lychee. Oh, it's grape soda flavor. It's kind of like if you combined a Starburst with the texture of like the inside texture of a cowtail, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so far our predictions were right. This trail has been a lot of kind of the same environment, but it's kind of more of a classic woodsy hike.
So far, at least.
Yeah. Really beautiful though, and the weather is holding out really well. So.
Which means tomorrow we're gonna wake up to a thunderstorm. So one more unique snack: kimchi flavored seaweed. My daughter really likes like unique Asian snacks.
I do love these actually.
They're really good.
The kimchi flavor is kind of subtle, but it
Really
adds
subtle.
a nice little. Because I've usually only had plain versions of these things.
Just a little bit of heat on the end.
One thing I love doing is like cooking a little rice with some fish and then packing this in it. Let me try the deep fried dried version of that.
There you go.
They're pretty good.
Yep.
I mean, these are flavors you don't taste on the trail that often.
No.
We rested for a bit longer, and then it was time to hit the trail. Back on the main path, we saw some massive old oak trees.
Yeah, we've been seeing lots of big trees, but this one is massive by comparison. I wonder if this used to be farmland a while ago, and maybe they just had a tree that's lasted, or true. Although I guess you probably wouldn't farm in soil like this.
You were saying back in the settler days that maybe they tried to farm, but it was not ideal conditions. So
Okay. It's like bogs or sandy soil.
Sandiness of it.
So maybe that's a relic from that era.
Yeah.
I do think this is probably one of the most inviting forests I've ever hiked in, though.
Yeah, the openness of it. You could just see all these stands of trees.
Yeah.
Whereas, well, at least in our environments, it's just so brushy and you don't really get a view of all the distinct trunks.
Right. This just feels like you could walk anywhere.
Further in the woods, I spotted another familiar tree.
So this tree is a black locust tree. You can tell because it's got these almost fern-like leaves coming out of it, and sometimes you'll see these small thorns growing from the branches. Black locust also tends to flower in the springtime, and they have these beautiful clumps of white flowers, and they're actually edible. But then if you look up, there's a fungus growing on it, but that is a cracked cap polypore, and those tend to grow on black locust trees specifically. You can kind of see how the top of the cap has a slightly cracked surface to them.
We crossed over another marshy area, and I saw some familiar looking leaves.
Okay, so down here, I think we've got some irises growing. I know there's blue flag iris that grows in this park, so I'm assuming that's what this is, but right now we're not seeing any of the flowers popping out yet. But they are really beautiful. So this bush is wing-stemmed burning bush, and you can see why it has that name. These stems have these just papery little wings coming off of them. And sometimes the wings will alternate in what direction they're going, and it kind of creates this almost hypnotic kind of pattern on the stem. This is non-native, but it's also called burning bush because there's species in this family of bushes that just turn a bright, brilliant red in the fall. So a lot of people grow those ornamentally. We're in a section of the forest that has tons of tulip poplars growing, and tulip poplar is one of my favorite trees because when you find the dead branches on the ground, you can usually find some really nice tinder. So here's a good example of that tulip poplar bark, and you can just see how it tends to peel off in these nice long strands. And then all over the ground, there's these little petals from the flowers of the tulip tree.
We also saw mustard yellow polypore mushrooms. And then, all at once, we were out of the forest, back in the open grasslands.
Oh, I love openings like this. This would be another cool place to camp if you were allowed to. This open area feels really great. There's just a nice gentle breeze rolling through every so often. And also just being out in the sunny meadow is so uplifting. Well, this area really does feel a lot like Michigan. Like, it reminds me a lot of Nordhaus Dunes.
In this open area, we saw a wildflower called narrow-leaf blue-eyed grass, a native plant that is often cultivated ornamentally. And there was also a huge burnt stump nearby. The trail was much sandier as we approached another trail junction. At the junction, we saw a pair of horse riders enjoying the sunny afternoon. We also spotted some more beautiful lupine flowers.
All right, so there's another junction. I think we're just gonna keep going forward for a while. We're headed east, and then at some point we will turn south and then reach a lake.
As we continued southeast, we saw bird's foot violet growing from the sandy soil.
Kind of funny because this park has so many trails just webbing and weaving with each other, and we've passed maybe 5 different trail intersections within a span of 50 yards. But now we're coming to a road crossing, and there's a beautiful grassy forest up ahead.
Amid the foliage growing in the idyllic forest, we found an edible plant.
So this leaf belongs to Dame's Rocket. There's some of them growing right off the trail here, but this is actually in the mustard family. A lot of mustards have flowers with 4 petals, so if you look at these ones, they're this brilliant magenta color. And Dame's Rocket is actually not native to this area. They're from Southern Europe originally. And rocket is actually what some people call arugula. And so I think it's called Dame's Rocket because it's kind of like a similar...
flavor?
A little bit, yeah.
We'll see.
Let's see. Cheers. It has like a bit of pepperiness.
Yeah, there's like a spice and it's pepper.
Kind of like the garlic mustard. Yeah.
It's very similar.
And growing nearby were some wild geraniums.
All right, I think we're both feeling that afternoon lull, so we're gonna take a little break. Time for a little snack break, siesta type thing.
Since we were feeling a bit tired, we decided to brew some mid-hike coffee in the hopes of perking ourselves back up.
Totally see why British people love afternoon tea.
Right?
Something I almost never do in day-to-day life, but
Right.
It's like anytime I have tea with some sort of biscuit.
Yeah, something to dip in it.
Yeah.
I always do afternoon coffee. I gotta start maybe drinking tea just to cut back a little bit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, actually, even camping, I feel like this is not something I do often enough.
Right.
It's great though, because with this hike, we have plenty of time and not a lot of mileage.
Right.
So we can just take our time and do something
Nice, peaceful.
Yeah. Do you feel the energy returning?
Yeah. It's just a morale boost, right? Aside from the caffeine.
Absolutely, yeah. It's good to slow down like this.
Yeah.
It was an unfathomably peaceful afternoon. Gone were all our cares and worries, and in that moment, it was just us, the leaves, and the sunshine. Alas, it was time for us to pick up and go. But we didn't have too much hiking left ahead of us, and we had some things to look forward to in the day.
All right, we are about 1 mile from our campsite. Just before our campsite, there will be something that is hopefully pretty cool to see, and then we'll have plenty of daylight to enjoy our little campsite for the rest of the day. How do you feel after the coffee?
Oh, amazing. We could finish this mile to our campsite and then totally crash out.
We've seen a few of these swampy areas, and you pointed out that this part of Ohio used to be...
Did they call the swampy areas here the black swamps?
I think so,
believe?
yeah.
And it's just the rich earth, I assume.
Yeah. I mean, that
It is
water,
really almost
it does
black.
look black. Yeah, that's crazy.
We came to another intersection on the trail and continued heading east. Along the trail, we saw a brilliantly green-colored, six-spotted tiger beetle.
So we can kind of see this landmark through the trees. It's a nice little lake. And because we're at a metro park, I think it's gonna feel kind of much more civilized and developed and not like a natural lake in the middle of a forest, but it'll be really nice either way. So this should be like a little dam that's been built for this lake here. This is the little dam. Not quite as grand as I thought it would be, but still kind of cool.
Yeah.
We saw a painted turtle perched on a small log in the water, and growing along the dam was an interesting flower.
All right, so this little flower here is actually an allium, which is the onion genus. A lot of onions tend to have these very distinct looking ball-shaped flowers. Some people grow them ornamentally. I don't know how good this one would taste in particular, but it would be edible. You can see one of the unopened flower bulbs here. If you kind of rub the leaf, it has a slight onion fragrance. And actually, now that I'm looking at the grass, there are, yeah,
All those little ball.
yeah, those are
That's it, right?
all some sort of onion growing in here.
After taking in the scenery, we continued making our way across the dam.
Right, so the path to the left should lead to our campsite, but I think we're gonna head right and just explore the lakeshore a little bit and maybe just have a nice little sit.
From the dam, a small bridge led across a creek to an open moat area.
Nice picnic area here. Man, this is kind of like glamping.
This is definitely glamping. Glam packing.
Yeah.
We decided to rest by the lake and take in the sights around us.
All right, so it is currently 4:10, which means we're 20 minutes earlier than when we started on the trail yesterday. So we've got about like a little over a half mile to our campsite, but we've been breezing through this.
Yeah, this has been good.
I love a flat trail.
Yeah, that's another thing, is it's been mostly flat.
Yeah. There were like 2 uphills that lasted 1 second.
Let's not jinx ourselves more.
Yeah. Right before our campsite is just
It's
a
like
1,000-foot climb.
Now we set off to find our campsite. Although we were close, there was still a bit of a hike ahead of us. From the parking lot of this picnic area, we came to another dirt path leading through the forest.
Yeah, this trail has that classic weaving in and out of civilization feel, because just to our right is the road, and then past that is, I think, a field with some farmhouses. But if you didn't look to the right, you would think you were just in the middle of the woods.
But in those woods, we saw a plant often seen growing near civilization.
So this is honeysuckle, very common invasive in Ohio, but you can actually eat the flowers. And there's a way to like pull out the little stamen inside, and if you lick it, there's like a tiny droplet of a sweet honey taste. You can kind of bite the end of the flower.
Yeah,
It's
but
like
nothing
super-
like a really
yeah.
sweet little burst.
So now we actually have to go on the road a bit, and it's actually a main road. I'm hoping it is not too busy. On the map, I couldn't tell if there was gonna be like a little side trail that just runs along it, or if we would actually have to be pretty much on the shoulder of the road, but we'll see. Should just be pretty brief though. Oh. All right, let's stick to the grass. I'm trying to remember if there was a more hiker-friendly way to get to the campsite from where we were, but I feel like this was the only option from the lake. Oh, this is actually the trail. Look, there's an actual blaze out here, so it makes me feel a little better though, because this is actually the trail. There's another blaze right here too. But it is weird that we're literally on the shoulder of this road right here. All right, back into the forest. And what a forest.
Yeah. So welcoming after that chaos.
Yeah.
We continued down the grassy path and came across a tree that had fallen but was still alive and growing.
Okay, so this is a honey locust tree, like the black locust we saw earlier. Both trees are in the pea family. Same family as the lupines, actually. But if you look at the leaves, it has these kind of fern-looking leaves, just like the black locust. But it also has these huge thorns just growing on it. People think that these thorns might have been an evolutionary thing from back when mammoths existed, because mammoths would try to eat the seed pods and stuff.
Yeah.
But now we just see this kind of like leftover vestigial relic of these thorns.
Before long, we had finally reached the White Oak campground.
This is just a huge open moat area.
So maybe this is a group area?
Maybe. And then there's this up here. Oh, there's more bathrooms and picnic areas up here.
Is this it?
Yeah, I think this is it. You want to just go up here?
Yeah, let's check out the field first. We have a play set.
Let's go.
Good planning, Andrew.
Thank you. I think I only had 2 choices for campsites, but
That's true.
nice fire pit here. I think the firewood is back here.
Yeah, a lot more amenities here than the other one.
Yeah. All right, we are at site 6. There's site 3 up there.
We followed the small loop road and found our spot pretty quickly.
Looks like our spot's more wooded, which is kind of nice. We got a nice picnic table, big fire ring here.
We settled into camp, switched into comfort mode, and then started setting up our tents.
Okay, we got the campsite set up, so now we're gonna go fill up some water and get some firewood. Yeah, the cool thing is you can just use your credit card to pay for this, so you don't need to bring cash or anything. and then it'll just unlock one of the lockers. So I have something a little bit weird planned for the fire, specifically to grill over the fire, but first we need to actually start the fire, so we'll open that can of worms later. So before we start the fire, there's some cool wildflowers. Over here we've got some Star of Bethlehem, and then down here we've got some water leaf, and they're just in bloom. And you can see the leaves still have this sort of mottled pattern on them, but the flowers are blooming right now. Certain water leaves are actually edible when the leaves are young like this. Later on in the season, it'll just look like a solid green leaf.
Now, it was time to process our firewood with some gratuitous chopping. With all our firewood laid out, it was time to start the fire.
Let's see how this goes. The irony is I feel like now I have an easier time starting fires with just like found materials. It's hard to break these logs down into smaller pieces sometimes, but we've got this cotton ball and then we've got some little shredded bits here. See how this goes. The cotton ignites super fast, which is good, but that ignited.
There you go.
Yeah, the firewood is at least quite dry, so it's lighting up pretty easily. Oh yeah, it's pretty hot now.
Yeah, I think it's working.
We are set.
Excellent.
Nice. So my scheme with this fire was to open a literal can of worms.
Oh no.
Because I brought canned silkworm pupae.
Oh wow.
And this is something I've eaten in China both times I was there. Honestly, it doesn't taste bad, but it also is nothing like to write home about.
Okay.
I was hoping they would taste like little shrimps, but they don't.
Right. Yeah. Little protein pops.
Yeah. But these are boiled, and there's like kind of a lot of liquid in the can. Which to me sounds kind of gross, but I was thinking if we grilled them over the fire, they might taste pretty good. So
That should work really well.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, so even to me, this is not the most appetizing looking thing in the world. It smells pretty bad too, actually. But I was thinking I might use this extra pair of chopsticks I brought to skewer these. And I'm gonna kind of shave this chopstick down a bit.
Oh, yeah, it's like that nutty, musty kind of smell.
It's just, I mean, the thought of using these straight out of the can when they're like boiled and sitting in water is just,
Yeah, that's kind of gross.
although I do feel like for the video's sake, I need to try one straight from the can.
True.
Got this guy here. It's like a musty nut.
Yeah, that's what it kind of smells like.
A musty, soggy nut, yeah.
Yeah.
Not my favorite in the world, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah.
It's not even that it's a bug. It's just like,
Right.
it doesn't do much for me.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Ready? Should I smell it first?
No,
Probably shouldn't
don't
first,
smell
right?
it. I
Just go
made that
straight.
mistake. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that flavor. I'm trying to think. It's like something. It's like something has kind of gone bad.
Yeah.
But we know those haven't, right?
Yeah, I think so. It kind of tastes like a boiled peanut
Yeah.
that's been sitting in a museum.
You hit it right on the head, I think.
Yeah.
It's like not even the fact that it's, a worm.
Yeah. It's just not that
It's just
good.
been- yeah, it's just-
Yeah. Just plop some in here first so I can separate them out. There are a lot of silkworms in here. This is way too much. So, I'm gonna skewer them like that.
That's working out pretty well.
Oh man. We've got our little skewer here.
All right.
I totally forgot to bring spice. I was gonna do like cumin and cayenne pepper and
That'd probably
Some
be very
salt,
good,
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
But this is a good excuse for me to try this again with the rest of the crew.
There you go.
And force them to eat worms.
Yes, you have to. I bet they're going to be decent like this.
Yeah. Ooh, that's getting hot. Okay, this'll help.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Maybe it'll just taste like burnt, musty worms.
Yeah, they're kind of popping and sizzling now. I think it's good. Yeah.
Since I didn't bring the seasoning, I tried using the seasoning from my salt and vinegar mixed nuts to apply some flavors to the worms.
Wanna give him a go?
Let's do it.
Dink. It's like 1% better.
I think the vinegar accentuated the
Oh, really?
mustiness.
Mine didn't have much powder on it, but
But honestly, I could see, if we had like a pan that we could like saute or something those in,
Yeah.
or like a lot of spices.
if you could like batter them, like salt and pepper, squid, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
If you could do that to this, it might be a little more palatable. But
It's an interesting, I haven't had many bugs. It usually has that nutty taste, but it has just kind of like this weird.
this is gross even for me. This is like,
I'm impressed.
yeah.
Even for
You
you,
want
Ben. All right, one more.
One
That's
more.
it. We
Yeah,
should
I'm
have
like-
one more.
It just
It smells how it tastes, which is not good. That one was more meaty.
it really is just a musty kind of flavor.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. There's nothing weird about it.
There's something weird about it. No, I mean it's
Yeah.
it's nothing like super in your face, but it's just like a little off.
The texture isn't weird. Like if you were eating the
It's just like a
carcass.
crunchy little shrimpy thing. But
Yeah. Well, we tried it.
yeah. I remember them being a little bit better in China. I mean, they weren't from a can, I don't think, and they were like probably
Fresher
yeah.
or prepared differently.
yeah. But even then, I was like, I didn't go crazy for them. So
Oh, actually, why don't we
Palate
cleanse our
cleanser?
palate
Yes, please.
with that final little candy that I had?
oh, that sounds
That would be perfect, right?
yes.
So I got, and it's a guava candy.
Oh, guava candy, yes.
Yeah.
Classic.
So I got two for each of us in there.
That's
Much
great.
better.
Yeah, that's actually a very good palate cleanser. Yeah, I don't know if there's any seasoning that could cover up that taste. I don't think I'm even going to subject the rest of the guys to this. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but oh man, this is great though.
Yeah, it's really good.
After enjoying our musty silkworms, it was time for a real meal. We headed to the nearby picnic area to prepare some dinner.
So what are we gonna have? That's the question. So this is the one I had in Dolly Sods. Bison beer, black bean chili.
Ooh, that's
These
a
are
good
too
combination of words.
Yeah.
I did not bring my lid because the lid is what all the silkworms were in. So hopefully it'll boil decently without that.
Yeah.
So today I'm having premium tonkatsu ramen with kurumayu black garlic oil.
I'm gonna try this first.
Oh,
I've
yeah?
had it before
Okay.
already.
Oh, that's good. Pretty good?
Mm-hmm.
This broth looks so rich. Man, instant ramen never disappoints.
No.
It still feels like we just barely earned this meal. Actually, the silkworms is why we deserve to eat this now.
Yes. I think we both needed a nice, casual, easy hike like this.
Yeah.
In a beautiful place.
Definitely.
The evening drifted on as we finished dinner. Back at camp, I stoked up the fire and we chatted about our adventure so far.
We've been camping at other metro parks. Like I've been to we've both been to the
I've
Twin
been to
Valley
Twin.
Trail. But I feel like that place really feels like a metro park.
It does. That one, I feel like the civilization is a lot closer at
Yeah.
any moment there than what we went through here.
Yeah, here there was like, it felt like I was just on a backpacking trail in a
did.
national forest or
It
something.
did, yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, and the variation in all of the different environments was really cool.
Yeah. The trails here, they have actual hiking trails that are just like a narrow dirt path.
Right.
Whereas most metro parks that I think of have like a very wide well-worn
or
path.
or like graveled path.
Yeah, exactly.
And sometimes even paved.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that they let you backpack even though these are car campsites.
True.
You thought you had to go really far to like national parks to actually do that, but,
Yeah.
but the fact that you can just come out to a city park and do it is really cool.
And growing up in the areas that we've grown up in too, I think you would assume that naturally,
Yeah.
Oh, backpackers go on these epic adventures, out
Right.
west.
Oh, yeah, because it felt like there was just nothing in
Exactly.
Ohio growing up.
Yeah.
But there actually is.
It was a peaceful evening. As the last rays of sunlight licked the tops of the trees, the fire continued flickering. It had been a full day, and we decided to call it an early night, so we headed to our tents to sleep. It was a cheerful morning today, and we quickly got some water boiling for some hot coffee.
How'd you sleep?
I think pretty good. About the same as the first night.
Yeah.
No?
Actually went to bed at a reasonable time this time.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did we get in the tents last night? Maybe around
It was like
9, 8 something.
8 something 9, yeah.
Yeah. And I was gonna just lay there and kind of just rest,
Did you fall asleep pretty
but
quick?
I just pretty quickly.
Oh, really?
I was just
Okay.
laying there. I was really comfortable, and I was just like,
It's beautiful today. A little bit cloudy, but there's some blue sky and the sun's coming out. Supposedly it's gonna rain at 11 though, which is right in the middle of our hike. I think.
likely right dead
Yeah.
center.
Well, it had a thunderbolt and 3 raindrops, so I think that.
Uh-oh.
So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
But at least it's the last day, so.
Yeah, exactly. Can't ask for much more after the weather we've had.
Yeah. This trip has been, it's been pretty amazing, pretty perfect.
Yeah.
Dan had brought some breakfast for us to enjoy, a berry yogurt parfait, and some spiced creamy oatmeal with pear.
Oh, it looks really good. It's not overly sweet. No, it's pretty good.
So this one's cold.
Yeah, and this one's cold. That one was boiling water, so. To have that in a freeze-dried meal is really good.
All right, oatmeal. It is a creamy oatmeal.
Right?
That is true advertising. Let's try the parfait. Oh yeah, parfait is really good.
Yeah.
Wow, you can really taste the yogurt too. What'll they think of next?
After breakfast, we packed up all our gear.
Well, the weather earlier kept going from cloudy to clear, but now it definitely looks like there is a storm brewing. For now, I think we're going back through this group camp that we entered from and kind of continuing in the direction that we were going when we first got here. You sure you don't want to wait another hour under the shelter?
We could. We have more coffee.
We followed the trail through the group camp and back into the woods. The path led past a junction and towards the road leading to the campground. As we hiked, we noticed more subtle shifts in the weather.
Feel all the air rushing towards where we just checked the rain was coming from. So hopefully it'll just be light rain, because there was some lightning there in the radar that we saw.
We hiked onwards and we felt a few droplets of moisture falling from the sky.
Seems like the first of the rain is starting to fall, but it's very, very light right now. And we're in kind of a wooded area, so hopefully that will protect us a little bit. But we will see.
The trail crossed over another road, and from here, it seemed to enter a denser, more mysterious section of the forest. Eventually, through the trees, we saw pools of dark, murky water.
Yeah, so we're in an area of the trail where there's just all these little ponds, and it's kind of a marshy area. We were talking about the other day how this part of Ohio used to be called the Black Swamp, and the water just looks so dark, but in some areas you can see there's pockets of orange color, and I believe that's just leaching from the tannins. And oak leaves famously have a lot of tannins in them. This is just such a cool little pocket of weirdness in the middle of this trail. Wow, there are a lot of these pools just all over here. They're like little potholes. They're just all through this area, and there's even some little puddles here and there, but
You could tell in this area with all these little bumps and mounds and gullies, this would all be filled with little water channels.
yeah. I wonder if these pockets were formed from like glaciers originally or something?
Yeah.
Because I know during the Ice Age there was a big glacier covering this area, so.
The Black Swamp region and kettle holes like these were indeed formed by glaciers, and was once host to an even wider array of biodiversity, including bison, elk, and even the Carolina parakeet, a colorful native parrot that unfortunately went extinct in 1918 due to habitat loss. We were grateful that, despite the exploitative environmental destruction of the past, this small plot of natural wonder was at least being protected today.
Right, the rain's coming down a little more consistently now. Still very light though, thankfully, but you know, I will say, the rain is like the perfect atmosphere for this kind of swampy area.
Yeah.
It feels like we're on Dagobah. It is kind of funny how the weather changes the feel of these oak openings. When it's not sunny and beautiful, it kind of feels a little eerie in a way. I think part of it is these trees are only just beginning to leaf, so it still feels kind of like barren and empty too. It's crazy how murky the water is. It looks like a river bend, but is this just another pond? I think it is. The water really is black. I've never seen anything quite like this. So we've been talking about how this place, certain parts just feel like back home in the rest of Ohio, certain parts feel like Michigan, but really this swampy area has made me think that this place feels uniquely its own. It's like some of these things I've never seen before, like the sand dunes right next to these swamps and the really dark water. And also, I've seen a lot of plants and birds I've never seen before here, so it really is this like biological hotspot. It's super cool to see.
Although the rain, bare trees, and swamps can appear barren and unwelcoming, they are anything but. For thousands of years, this region was home to indigenous peoples like the Anishinaabe and the Ojibwe, and it has always been an area full of rich biodiversity. Unfortunately, the 18th and 19th centuries saw the violent, forced removal and genocide of indigenous people in the region, along with mass deforestation and the draining of swamps. Countless plant and animal species were extirpated or made extinct. Oak Openings is not just a pleasant place to visit for a relaxed weekend trip. It's a small but shining beacon of natural wonder and biodiversity set against a dark and violent history. Imbued within this humble park's beautiful oak openings, its rich and dark waters, its melodic songbirds, and its colorful wildflowers are lessons of what can happen when humanity and our planet are put above greed and hate. Today, these lessons and places like Oak Openings Metro Park are more important than ever.
kind of what I imagine like Russia or Siberia feeling like. I don't know why, but just it has that feel to it.
When we came out of the opening of the forest over there, I don't know, something hit me like that. It felt like a different country, like, I don't know, Russia, Sweden, Finland kind of thing.
And yet we're in humble little Ohio. So this is another cool flower that you don't usually see in Ohio. These are columbine flowers. They can grow in all sorts of different colors, but this red one is just super striking right now. And the flowers have a super unique shape to them. And I believe it's Colorado's state wildflower, but yeah, super cool to see this growing here. Again, another sign that this park is just so biodiverse and really unique. Hello. It's like a very stabby knife.
Did we earn this?
Yeah, we earned it. Yeah. How was it?
Oh.
What'd you get?
That is a Bell's Amber Ale.
How was it?
So good. So good.
Oh yeah. This is a blueberry shandy. Very good, very good.
Margarita first.
So I got the Nashville hot chicken pizza. That was super good, actually. I was craving something a little decadent. This is hitting the spot. Look how pillowy this crust is. Sir, see you around. Drive safe.
You too.
Yep.
All right. Take
See you
care.
around. Yep. Bye.
Thank you.